Hello, welcome to my channel, A Book Forest. My name is Kim, and today I'm going to be talking about the Foundation book by Isaacasimov, and also overall the trilogy. I've decided to talk about this because I am reading Foundation's Edge this month, and it's the fourth book in the series. So initially, the work is a trilogy, and then he wrote 4 other books in the series. So Foundation was published in 1951, and after the fact, I think, or somewhere along the lines, he made it part of the world of iRobot, his other series that he was writing in the 40s. So iRobot is in the past of the Foundation world, from what I understand. I have yet to read these books. In Foundation, the Earth is a distant memory. We're in the galaxy, so humans have colonized the whole galaxy, the Milky Way. And there's the Galactic Empire, very original name for the empire. And it's ruled from planet Trantor. And basically it's been there for more than 12,000 years. So if we try to think about it in our own time, it would be an empire that would have ruled from the beginning, the end of the Paleolithic, beginning of Neolithic age in our world to today. So it's been there a long, long time. Humans don't really remember anything else. And in this world, on Trantor, there's a very intelligent, very genius, really, scientist whose name is Harry Seldon. And Harry Seldon kind of sees the future in a way. He's created a sort of science. It's called psychohistory, and it's science mixed with psychology, mixed with the knowledge of history, which kind of predicts the future. And he predicts the fall of the civilization, the fall of the empire. And he predicts that this fall will result in 10,000 years of a dark age for humans, and that all of the knowledge will be lost, or almost. And it will take even longer than that to go back to the level of knowledge that they currently have. So what he sets out to do, with a lot of opposition at the beginning, is to create a foundation to kind of limit the damage of the fall of civilization to only 1,000 years or so, instead of the 10,000 years he's predicting. So he sets off for a Trantor, like he creates this foundation, and basically people will study and catalog all the knowledge of humanity, and also try to keep this knowledge alive, and the civilization, really. So that's the premise. This is sort of separated in episodic vignettes, really, like a few short stories back to back. So between each short story there's a time jump, and the characters change completely. So if that's the kind of thing that annoys you, I would say that's probably not a book for you. I hear a lot of criticism for this, that the characters are not very well developed. Obviously, like, you don't have that much page time, so the characters are more like archetypes, or just very strong, charismatic characters that we follow. So they're not like full of nuance, but I quite enjoy these types of characters. They're fun and exciting to follow. Like, so I have like a fondness for this book. I really enjoyed this. I would recommend it, obviously, to all the fans of science fiction. It's a foundational book, and if you're a fan of 50s, 60s, 70s sci-fi, obviously you've probably read this already. But I am personally, I lean towards more like the classic sci-fi. I've read a few modern works, and I prefer the older ones. I think the older books are more focused on the themes and the kind of the ideas or the concepts, and the new books are more trying to create a plot, character driven story. And I kind of like the concepts, and I don't know, it works for me. So the psychohistory science is not really well explained. Like, it's kind of nebulous what this is about. It's just, it's told that it exists and you kind of have to accept it without knowing the ins and out of it. So some people are annoyed by that, but I didn't mind. I really enjoyed the notion that Harry Seldon knew like what the future was like, and he's kind of predicting every single step of the way what's gonna happen over centuries. Like, he knows exactly where it's headed. He knows like what pitfalls are gonna come when and he knows like when are they gonna become territorial, when are the people around, like the planets around the foundation planet, when are they going to start wanting the technology that the foundation has, which they've lost because civilization will fall. It does fall at the beginning. So when are they going to become like religious? They're going to start creating new religions or things like that. So very interesting, and it's a good first book, I think. If you really enjoy this book, like, it can be read alone on its own, but if you really enjoy this, which it's not, it doesn't take very long to read, so I highly recommend. So if you want more, there's the trilogy that can also stand on its own. So the second book is Foundation and Empire, so where you have like a bit more on the, like, if you prefer like a bit of a deep dive and more character development, it follows mostly the same characters for the whole book. And there's very, very interesting and original concepts in this book, especially the mule, and with a character that I'm not going to talk too much about, but definitely like, it really builds on what was set up in the first book, and it makes you even more excited for what's to come, really. And yeah, the characters were lovely in this, so I think he's very able to, Asimov is very able to create characters that you enjoy. And then the third book is Second Foundation, because there was a second foundation set up at the beginning. Like, he kind of glosses over the second foundation. You don't really know what it's about, but mostly you kind of think like, if the foundation is about the science, this is more about the mind, you know, like it focuses more on the humans instead of the science, technology, and it's very mysterious, and the kind of the two foundations are kind of going head to head. Like, the foundation is trying to find the second foundation. It's a mystery, and we're trying to figure it out at the same time as the characters. And this, very interesting. It was kind of my favorite one. I don't know if it's the favorite of everyone, but it was mine. So that's where my journey has ended for now. And I read those a couple of years ago, so I really felt like going back in this world. And it's all still very fresh in my mind. Like, it's very easy, like, it's not hard to read. Like, some science fiction can be a bit dense, but this is not at all. It's super easy to read, but still deep and full of thought-provoking. So the book I'm gonna read now is Foundation's Edge, which I don't know much about. I think it's set before the first Foundation book, so that's interesting. Maybe it's gonna talk more about, oh no, it's set after, sorry. It's set after the second Foundation, sorry. And it's still, like, it's basically the tail end of what happened in the second Foundation, which I find interesting. Then there's like 3 more books after that, like Foundation and Earth, because as I said before, Earth is a distant memory. There's not much that's known about it. there's like the lore says that probably there was a nuclear war or something, and it's been completely inhabitable, but maybe they're looking for Earth. And then Prelude to Foundation, which I think is the prequel, and then Forward to Foundation, which I have no idea what it's about. I'm not there yet. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this new quartet, and once I'm done with it, I'll probably jump in the robot series. So let me know what you thought of my review. If you've read the Foundation trilogy, let me know what you think, and also let me know what you think of the TV series, because I haven't watched it, and I think it's not very faithful to the book, so I might not. If you tell me it's not faithful to the books, I'm not gonna try it, because that's kind of thing I don't like. So yeah, let me know if I gave you the itch to start Foundation, and see you next time.